All right, let's talk about an absolute automotive icon. For so many people, the name Mercedes-Benz is basically the definition of car. But what really makes it such a legend? Well, we're going to find out.
Everything really starts with this simple, powerful phrase, the best or nothing. Now, this isn't just some catchy slogan from the marketing department. It's a promise, a philosophy that has shaped this company for over 100 years. So the big question we're tackling today is, does that promise actually hold up? And what does it mean when you get down to the steel, the leather, and the tech?
You know, to really get Mercedes-Benz, we have to go way, way back. And I mean to the very beginning of the automobile itself. This story actually kicks off before the brand even existed, with two brilliant inventors who are on completely separate paths.
So, on one side, you've got Karl Benz. This is the guy who created the patent Motorwagen, which is pretty much universally seen as the world's very first car. Then, on the other side, you have Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, who were busy pioneering the modern engine by, get this, sticking one into a horse-drawn stagecoach. So you have these two brilliant minds, both inventing the future in parallel. And here's the crazy part. They had no clue the other even existed.
Okay, so this is how it all comes together. 1886, that's the birth of the car with Benz's patent. Then, in 1901, Daimler's company starts selling the first Mercedes car. And here's a great piece of trivia for you. The name Mercedes actually came from the daughter of a really important client. For 2 whole decades, these companies were fierce rivals. But finally, in 1926, they merged, creating the legendary Mercedes-Benz brand we know today.
So, with that history in the bag, how did Mercedes-Benz build this legendary reputation? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was a relentless focus on 3 core pillars that are just baked right into the brand's DNA.
First up, pioneering innovation, especially when it comes to safety. And this is a huge one. As early as 1951, I mean, think about that. This is way before safety was a major selling point. Their engineers developed the safety cell. The idea was absolutely revolutionary. The front and back of the car would be designed to literally crumple up and absorb the force of a crash, keeping the people inside safe in a rigid cabin. It's the perfect example of their philosophy. They invent life-saving features first, and then they watch the rest of the industry eventually follow their lead.
Pillar number 2, pure, dominant performance. And this is the world of AMG, their incredible in-house performance division. This is where they take luxury cars and turn them into absolute monsters. But it's not just about raw power, it's about an obsessive level of craftsmanship. They have this philosophy, one man, one engine, where a single master technician builds an entire engine by hand, from start to finish. They even sign their name on it when they're done. It's like the ultimate personal guarantee of performance.
And the third pillar, you guessed it, uncompromising luxury. Look, if you think the S-Class is the benchmark for a luxury car, a Maybach is on a whole other planet. This is the brand's ultra-luxury division, where every single detail is elevated to the absolute peak of opulence. Maybach is really the ultimate proof of their slogan. Even when you think you're already at the top, you can still aim for something even better.
Okay, so you've got these 3 massive pillars: innovation, performance, and luxury. In the modern era, Mercedes-Benz started applying that DNA to a huge range of vehicles. But, you know, as their lineup just exploded across the globe, it started to get a little, well, confusing. They definitely needed a solution. Yeah, by 2015, the model names were kind of a mess, so they completely streamlined the whole lineup. The system is actually super simple now once you see it. All the SUVs start with GL, and then that's followed by the letter of the core sedan they're based on. So the SUV version of a C-Class, it's the GLC. The E-Class equivalent, the GLE. It was a really simple, logical change that made their sprawling lineup so much easier for customers to understand all over the world.
And when we say global, we really, really mean it. We all know they build cars in Germany, but just look at some of these locations. Their very first factory outside of Germany wasn't where you'd expect. It was in Argentina, all the way back in 1951. They have plants in Egypt, Thailand, Vietnam. This massive network is what turned them into the automotive juggernaut they are today.
But now this century-old legend is facing its biggest challenge yet. I mean, how do you take a legacy built on the roar of an internal combustion engine and translate that into a silent, electric future? Well, for them, the answer is 2 letters: EQ.
Reinventing a company this massive, it doesn't come cheap. Their parent company, Daimler, is investing over $11 billion to make sure that every single model has an electric or hybrid option. That is a massive, massive bet on where the future is headed.
And look, this isn't just some plan sitting on a PowerPoint slide. This quote from board member Marcus Schaefer makes their intention crystal clear. They are actively retooling their entire global network. We're talking 6 different plants on 3 continents, specifically to build electric vehicles. Like he says, they are electrifying the future.
And that brings us right back to where we started. From the very first patent for an automobile to this next generation of electric cars, Mercedes-Benz has always been aiming for the top. So the final question is this. In a world full of new technologies and brand new competitors, can this old legend successfully reinvent itself and truly continue to be the best or nothing?